his statement. I now give the floor to the Permanent Representative of Pakistan.
Mr. President, we thank you for convening this important meeting on the occasion of the annual week of the heads of military components of peacekeeping operations, and we welcome many of them at their presence in the Council chamber today. We thank, in particular, Under Secretary General Jean-Pierre Lacroix, Force Commander and Head of Mission of UNIFIL, Lieutenant General Aroldo Lazaro, and Force Commander MONUSCO, Lieutenant General Mesquita Gomez, for their insightful briefings. Mr. President, at the outset, let me pay tribute to the 4,423 peacekeepers who have made the ultimate sacrifice in the line of duty, including 181 Pakistani peacekeepers. We honor their memory, bravery, and service. The military component is the backbone of UN peacekeeping. The Blue Helmets are not just the face of UN peacekeeping, they are its pride. They stand in the front lines in some of the most fragile and dangerous regions of the world. Mr. President, peacekeeping remains one of the most effective instruments with the United Nations to help countries transition the difficult path from conflict to peace. Over the years, it has evolved into a flexible and responsive multilateral tool capable of adapting to complex and shifting threats and challenges. It is both cost-effective and deeply impactful. To date, UN has deployed 71 peacekeeping operations covering a wide range of multidimensional responsibilities. And yet, the core original function of peacekeeping, that is, monitoring and observing ceasefires, has endured. The first two missions, the UN Truce Supervision Organization, UNSC, and the UN Military Observer Group in India and Pakistan, UNMOGIP, were established with this purpose and continue to hold relevance till this day. Of the 11 UN peacekeeping missions currently active, 6 have ceasefire monitoring as a central mandate. Mr. President, ceasefire monitoring by the UN has played a vital role in maintaining peace in several flashpoints, such as Jammu and Kashmir, the Golan Heights, Cyprus, Lebanon, and Western Sahara. As impartial observers, peacekeepers serve as an early warning mechanism and a deterrent to escalation. Earlier, UN peacekeeping missions tasked to monitor ceasefire in Cambodia, El Salvador, Mozambique, Liberia, Guatemala, and Sierra Leone successfully fulfilled their mandates, helping these countries move towards lasting peace. These are powerful testaments to what peacekeeping can achieve. To make this crucial function of ceasefire monitoring more effective, allow me to highlight a few key points. First, advances in sensing technologies can dramatically enhance ceasefire monitoring at lower cost. Drones, satellite imagery, and other remote sensing tools and technologies should be integrated into missions to provide real-time, comprehensive situational awareness. Second, partnerships with regional and sub-regional organizations can amplify peacekeeping efforts. One such opportunity is in the Democratic Republic of the Congo. We welcome the SADC EAC Summit's recommendation, endorsed by the African Union Peace and Security Council, for MONUSCO to support the securitization efforts and ceasefire monitoring in the Eastern DRC. With its vast experience and neutrality, the UN is well placed to contribute meaningfully to peace and stability in this region. Third, emerging risks like landmines and improvised explosive devices must be tackled through specialized training and integrated mitigation strategies. Peacekeepers' mobility is the key. They must be equipped with enhanced transportation, including helicopters and all-terrain vehicles to operate effectively and safely. Fourth, peacekeepers must be trained in the complexities of ceasefire agreements, including an understanding of local, political, cultural, and social dynamics, enabling them to recognize and respond appropriately. And finally, accountability for attacks on peacekeepers must be non-negotiable. Since the start of this year alone, 3 peacekeepers have been killed in MONUSCO, 4 in MINUSCA, 2 in UNMISS, and 1 in UNIFIL. 60 peacekeepers were kidnapped by the RSF in UNISFA. This is unacceptable. Those responsible must be held accountable. Peacekeepers embody the collective will of the international community. Attacks against them are attacks against all of us. Mr. President, in situations where UN missions are monitoring ceasefires, particular responsibility is placed on all parties, including host countries, to strictly observe the terms of the ceasefire. Also imperative is their full cooperation with the UN missions, including provision of access, freedom of movement, and facilitation of missions operations, sharing of timely and credible information, and prompt reporting of ceasefire violations is also critical to the mission's ability to monitor and support the ceasefires more effectively. This should also enable meticulous and regular reporting to the Council from all relevant field missions, 6 at the moment, that are entrusted with ceasefire monitoring. Furthermore, as others have noted, the Security Council has the responsibility to ensure that the environment provided by the cessation of hostilities and compliance with ceasefire is not squandered. Rather, it must be utilized strategically to advance the overall political objectives and peace processes, including through sustained diplomatic engagement and support for implementation of UN Security Council resolutions to ensure just and lasting settlement of those conflicts. This is true for all situations on the Council's agenda, including Jammu and Kashmir. Mr. President, Pakistan remains deeply engaged in discussions on the future of UN peacekeeping. Next week, we will host peacekeeping ministerial preparatory meeting in partnership with the Republic of Korea in Islamabad. We are also proud to join hands with Denmark and the Republic of Korea in a trio to keep this vital agenda front and center during our current tenure on the Council. Let me conclude by once again saluting all the brave men and women who serve under the UN flag in some of the most difficult and dangerous parts of the world. Thank you.